This video documentary was created to revive and celebrate the cherished memories of a remarkable time over 50 years ago, when we had the unique opportunity to pursue higher education in the Soviet Union under government scholarships. Since much of the original visual material from that era has been lost or is no longer available, the entire documentary has been thoughtfully reimagined using artificial intelligence, AI. Rather than focusing on individual characters, it captures the collective incidents that made those years so unforgettable. We also take a moment to warmly remember our dear friends who once laughed, studied, and lived alongside us, but who are sadly no longer with us today. The 30th of August, 1970, remains one of the most unforgettable and significant days of our lives, a true turning point. On that day, we all met for the very first time at the Bandaranaike International Airport in Katuniaki. Parked near the terminal stood the iconic Aeroflot jetliner from Russia, ready to take us into a new chapter of life. That rare moment, captured by a press photographer just before we boarded the aircraft, remains vivid in our memories to this day. For many of us, it was our first ever flight. As we took our seats and gazed through the windows, we watched our families and homeland fade away beneath us, tears filling our eyes as we ascended into the clouds, leaving behind all that was familiar. After brief stopovers in Karachi and Tehran, we arrived in Moscow late at night. The intense cold that greeted us outside the aircraft was unlike anything we had ever experienced. But what happened next is something we will never forget. A large group of senior Sri Lankan students from Lumumba University had come to welcome us warmly at the airport. Despite the freezing weather, they greeted us with genuine warmth and camaraderie. They even lent us their warm cloths to protect us from the biting cold, a gesture of kindness and solidarity that touched us deeply. They took us by bus to our dormitories, singing songs and lifting our spirits along the way. The university staff then helped us settle in and assign rooms. Exhausted, we quickly fell asleep that night. The next morning, we began to take in our new surroundings. We had entered a completely unfamiliar world, surrounded by students of many races and nationalities, Black, white, Asian, and a significant number of Russians as well. Their language was a mystery to us then, entirely unfamiliar, and impossible to understand at the time. That morning, each of us received our monthly allowance of 90 rubles. A doctor then carried out health checkups and prepared individual medical record books for everyone. Our senior colleagues were there to assist with translations and provide all the necessary support. Soon after, our Russian language classes began. Our teachers were exceptionally kind and patient. Each classroom had around 10 students, and what stood out most was that all instruction was given entirely in Russian. No English was used. Instead, the teachers relied on expressive body language to help us understand.
We fondly remember the day we were taken to GUM to select our winter clothing. Being unfamiliar with the harsh winters and what to wear, we relied on the guidance of our senior colleagues, who kindly helped us make the right choices.
After just 3 months of study, we were able to speak and understand Russian well enough to handle our daily activities and academic responsibilities with confidence.
We were filled with excitement the first time we witnessed snowfall. Within just a few days, everything was blanketed in white. The birch trees near our hostel looked stunning, their branches heavy with snow. We often strolled through the nearby birch forest, played in the snow, and took in the breathtaking winter scenery. Our senior students continued to support us in every possible way, even offering financial help when needed. Compared to many other universities, the atmosphere there was remarkably different, warmer, more welcoming, and genuinely supportive. As the second semester began, our focus shifted to core academic subjects, all taught in Russian. To our surprise, we were able to follow the lessons with relative ease. And whenever we did face difficulties, our senior colleagues were always there to offer patient guidance and support. Throughout the academic year, we were also encouraged to take part in a wide range of cultural and recreational activities. Almost without realizing it, we found ourselves immersed in a vibrant, enriching, and truly unforgettable first year. At the end of the academic year, we were given a 2-month vacation. We spent the first month at a university-owned holiday resort along the picturesque shores of the Black Sea. After a 3-day train journey, we arrived at the resort, where we enjoyed delicious food, refreshing swims in the sea, and vibrant daily performances by students from around the world. each showcasing the unique cultural traditions of their home countries. We spent the second month of our vacation at another holiday center in Moldova. Our days were filled with games and lively performances, while the evenings came alive with open-air music and dance events, in which we participated with great enthusiasm. When we returned to Moscow, we were surprised to see numerous new buildings and development projects that had sprung up around our dormitory during our absence. And just like that, our first year in the Soviet Union had passed, almost without realizing it.
From the second year onward, we were divided into subject-specific groups, and our studies became more focused and demanding. Among the many memorable moments, one of the most amusing was when a few of us created a mock radio program titled, "Greetings from Sri Lanka." Although entirely fictional, it was so convincingly produced that many believed it was a real broadcast.
Each year, we proudly participated in the May Day parade at Red Square, a tradition we looked forward to with great pride. Another highlight was our musical group, Ensemble Lenka, which received widespread acclaim. Their performances earned invitations from across the Soviet Union, giving us the wonderful opportunity to travel and experience the vastness and diversity of the country. The Soviet government gave us much more than just free education and housing. They also provided everything we needed for daily life, completely free of charge. We even received a monthly allowance that was more than enough to live comfortably. During our 5 years there, the university organized many trips and tours, giving us the chance to visit places of great historical and cultural importance across the Soviet Union. The 5 years passed quickly. When we finally held our degrees, we realized how much we had grown, both in knowledge and as people. Saying goodbye to USSR was hard. The USSR had become more than just a place to study. It felt like our second home. As the plane took off, we carried with us memories, friendships, and life lessons that would stay with us forever. Even decades later, those memories are still fresh. The USSR gave us more than an education. It gave us a beautiful chapter of life, full of happiness, discovery, and lifelong friendships. Goodbye, USSR.